Need brings greed, and if greed increases, it spoils the breed.
For every morning, let there be flow of love. With precise love and unmatched affection, I wish good morning to every humble soul present here. Today, we have joined together to conduct the morning assembly. This morning assembly is a time to come together, reflect, and share the spirit of learning. Today, we will delve into the aspects of need and greed. We all hope that you will like the show.
Without any further ado, let's get started with today's pledge. So put your right hand on your heart and stand up for today's pledge.
O God, I offer you my studies, thoughts, words, and actions of this day. Enlighten my mind, strengthen my memory, and guide me to do what's right. Amen.
Life is a solo dance with your soul being the duet. So here comes Sanchi of our class for a classical dance performance.
On an interesting note, I, Garvit, would like to share thought of the day. That is, greed is a bottomless pit which exhausts a person to an endless effort to satisfy a need without ever reaching satisfaction. I repeat my thought, greed is a bottomless pit which exhausts a person to an endless effort to satisfy a need without ever reaching satisfaction. Thank you.
Welcome one and all to a world where words come to life and emotions run deep. We're thrilled to have you here to embark on us with a more closer view on need and greed. Our talented class has wholeheartedly poured their deep hearts into bringing you a mesmerizing English drama that is bound to enthrall and inspire. Let's sail to the voyage of the drama. It's the mines of Sweden, rich and famous for its iron ores. It depicts that how greed for material objects can entrap human beings, and it also depicts that the essential goodness of humans can be awakened and their greed can be overcome. Once upon a time, there was a man who went around selling small rat traps of wire. He made them himself at odd moments from the material he got by begging in the stores or at big farms. But even so, the business was not especially profitable. So he had to resort to both begging and petty thievery to keep body and soul together. He had a monotonous appearance and hunger gleamed in his eyes. His life was just a burden for him. But one day, during his ploddings, an amazing idea struck in his mind, and we'll see what that idea is and how it forms the plot of the entire play.
Why my life is so dull and burdensome? I don't even get enough food and safe place to sleep.
Hungry and exhausted peddler sat down, thinking about his rat traps, when suddenly he fell into a line of thought.
The whole world about me, the whole world with its land and sea, has been there for no purpose, just to set free for people. And anyone who is tempted by the baits are then caught in the end of the trap, and that's the end.
Since the world had been very unkind to him, it gave him unwanted joy to think ill of it in this way. One dark evening, as he was trudging along the roadside, he caught sight of a little grey cottage along the roadside, and he knocked on the door.
Hello? Is anyone inside? Open the door. Please open the door.
Yes? Who is there? Wait, I am coming. Who are you, my friend?
Sir, I'm a poor peddler. Can I have shelter for a night?
Yes, yes, why not? You are most welcome here. Please make yourselves comfortable on the couch. Let me fetch you something to eat.
The rat trap seller got the shelter for the evening. It was quite strange that the old crofter allowed the stranger in his house. This was because he got someone to talk to in his loneliness. The crofter was very generous and kind. They spent the evening talking and playing.
The crofter confided in the tramp about how he earned money and where he kept it. The next morning, the tramp and the crofter left the house together.
Thank you, sir, for what you have done. You have given me food and shelter. I am very grateful to you, sir.
Dear, the place was all mine. You can come at any time.
The tramp bid farewell and his way only to return half an hour later. He stole the crofter's money.
I should quickly take the money and run away from here.
The peddler was quite pleased with his smartness. When he turned towards the woods, it caused him no difficulty during the first hours. Later, he realized that he had got stuck in the forest. Darkness was descending over the forest, and it made him more despair. The exhausted and hungry peddler again thought about the rat trap.
Why did I let myself fool by this money as a bait? Why did I steal the crofter's money? Now I am stuck in this rat trap. Now I am gone.
He summoned all his strength, got up and staggered in the direction of sound. Soon he found and reached the Ramjo Iron Works.
Sir, can I have shelter for a night? It's so cold outside. I will lay near the furnace, and before the day break, I will go.
The mill was owned by a very prominent iron master. He watched both night and day to see that the work was done as well as possible. And at this very moment, he came into the forge on one of his nightly rounds of inspection.
Nils Olive, my regimental comrade. Nils Olive, is it you? What have you done to yourself? How do you look, my friend?
If this man thinks I am his regimental comrade, he should give me some money. Yes, God knows things have gone downhill.
Iron Master suggested the tramp to accompany him to his house, but to go with him would be like throwing himself in a lion's den. Therefore, it did not please the tramp and he refused.
Edla comes.
Meet my daughter, Adela Williamson.
Hello, Captain. I didn't want you to eavesdrop, but I heard your conversation. I feel so sorry that you are having such a hard time. I insist you to please come along with us and have a Christmas celebration.
There, my friend. See, you can't deny her. She has better power of persuasion than me.
It would never have bothered me to bother yourself, miss. Okay then, I will come with you.
Why this man looks so hesitant? Either he has stolen something or he has ran from jail.
Come, Adela, come.
The peddler, however, reluctantly followed the Iron Master and his daughter to their house. The next day was Christmas Eve, and when the Iron Master came into dining room for breakfast, he probably thought with satisfaction of his old regimental comrade, whom he had run across so unexpectedly. Both father and daughter were sitting at the table and suggested the peddler to clean and dress up. Meanwhile, Edla discussed with his father that how the behavior of peddler does not resemble with an educated man, but father confided in the peddler for being his old regimental comrade and suggested Edla to have patience. Just as he said this, the stranger entered. Yes, now he was truly clean and well dressed. The valet had bathed him, cut his hair and shaved him. But although his guest was now so well groomed, the Iron Master did not seem pleased. He looked at him and understood that he had made a mistake.
What does this mean? Who are you? Why didn't you tell me you are not my regimental comrade?
It's not my mistake, sir. I told you I am a poor peddler. I begged you to not let me come from the furnace. And no harm is done. At most, I can put my rags and go away.
No, you know what? You can't go without the sheriff being called.
That's what you want, Mr. Iron Master? Then let me tell you one thing. This whole world is nothing but a small rat trap. And every piece of attractive thing act as a bait or a piece of pork. And if the sheriff comes and lock me up, then let me tell you, Mr. Iron Master, a day will come when you yourself will be attracted to a bigger piece of pork, and then the end is there.
That was not so badly said, my good fellow. Perhaps we should let the sheriff be alone on Christmas Eve. But now, get out of here as fast as you can.
No, father. I don't want him to go. Please let him stay with us.
No, I won't allow that. He has to go. What are you thinking about?
I am thinking of the stranger here. He walks and walks all year long, and there is probably not even a single place in the whole country where he is welcome and can feel at home. I want him to have just one day of peace with us here, just one in the whole year.
Okay, fine. I hope you won't regret this.
No, I won't regret this. Captain, you may come with us.
The young girl took the stranger by the hand and led him up to the table. She fetched him to eat. The peddler said not a word. He only sat down and helped himself to the food. Time after time, he looked at the young girl who had interceded for him. After Christmas Eve, the peddler did not cause any trouble because he did nothing but sleep. For a whole forenoon, he lay on the sofa and slept at one stretch. At noon, Edla woke him up so he could have shared all the good Christmas fare. But after that, he slept again. 2 hours later, he was aroused once more when the Christmas tree was lighted. He then ate the Christmas meal. As soon as they got up from the table, he went around and thanked to Iron Master and Edla.
Miss, for the work you have done all day long. You gave me food and shelter. I am very grateful to you.
You're welcome.
The next morning, the Iron Master and his daughter got up in good season to go to the church. The peddler was still asleep. In the church, both Edla and her father had learned that one of the old crofters of the ironworks been robbed by a man who went around selling rat traps.
That's a fine fellow you let into the house. I wonder how many silver spoons are left this time.
The Iron Master and Edla reached their house and asked the baron whether the stranger was still there.
Hey William.
Hello.
Hey William, where's the thief? Has he left? Has he stolen everything in the house?
No, sir. He have took nothing and left the house. Here is the person named Miss Adler.
Honored and noble miss, since you have been so nice to me all day long, as if I was a captain, I want to be nice to you in return. As if I was really captain, for I do not want you to be embarrassed at the Christmas season by a thief. But you can give back the money to the old man on the roadside, who has the money pouch hanging in his window frame. As the bait for the poor vendor, the rat trap is a Christmas present from a rat who would never have been raised to captain, because in that way he got the power to clear himself.
See, Father, how happy I am. Although he was a thief, but he didn't embarrass us. My trust has not gone in vain.
This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Thank you.
Thank you. One grand sweet song. So here comes Harveer to sing a melodious solo song. words. So here comes Pragya of our class with a self-written composition.
Once upon a time, a peon stood and smiled, said, I have enough, I need nothing prime. He had a wife and a daughter, whom he dearly looked after. He had a sweet home, which offered ordinary laughter. But then the things changed. Arose his greed for coinage, which came from a strange desire for lavish change. Change for nice stature, where he looks flattered, with servants and villa, and family felt better. But as Sir got wealthy, Sir got busier than Shelby. Cherry family longed his glimpse, remained alone but wealthy. Now his life has grown old and his health has grown old. Being of anxious riches, he started saying something told. Gone are the days of food and clothing, my friends. Now the era is of brands, grants and trends. I know it forces foolish greed. It can be some motivator indeed. Never let it control your mind, or else within you will be hard to find. You will focus only to appear. Gone be the days of family and cheer. Gone be the days of family and cheer.
A poem is very image of life expressed in its external truth. Here comes Aryavardhan and Bharat Bhushan of our class for a Hindi poem.
वो पुराने दिन सुहाने दिन ओस की नमी में भीगे वो पुराने दिन गुजर गए हम किधर गए पीछे मुड़ के देखा पाया सब ठहर गए अकेले हैं खड़े कदम नहीं बढ़े चल पड़ेंगे जब भी कोई राह चल पड़े वो भूलेगा कुछ पता नहीं कह रहे हैं वो कि उनकी है खता नहीं वो पुराने दिन सुहाने दिन ओस की नमी में भीगे वो पुराने दिन गुजर गए हम किधर गए पीछे मुड़ के देखा पाया सब ठहर गए अकेले हैं खड़े कदम नहीं बढ़े चल पड़ेंगे जब भी कोई राह चल पड़े जाएंगे कहाँ है कुछ पता नहीं कह रहे हैं वो कि उनकी है खता नहीं वो पुराने दिन सुहाने दिन थैंक यू
In this group discussion, we will face various dimensions of need and greed, each with its distinct implications for individuals and society. We will delve into the dynamics of need and greed and enriching the importance in our life.
The concept of need is fundamental and universal aspect of human existence. The need encompasses essential requirement and basic drive to desire for individual, society and humanity as a whole. The need both individually and collectively encompasses a ranging element from basic necessity to more complex aspiration like love, knowledge and purpose.
Greed is an intense and self-desire for more is a prevalent and deeply ingrained human trait. It is a complex emotion that drives individuals to seek wealth, power and possessions far beyond their actual needs. However, there is somewhat motivational aspect of greed when conceived with different light. When it transforms into ambition, it can be driving force for personal growth and success.
The need for love and belongings is the powerful force in human life. This need for acceptance and belongings plays an important role in mental and social well-being. Self-esteem and self-actualization are the higher level of psychological needs. This helps individuals to achieve and contribute to society.
Greed is rooted in human psychology. It is often associated with insatiable appetite for material wealth and personal gain. Unchecked greed pushes individuals to accumulate resources at any cost. Greed is often a driving force behind financial conditions corporate corruption, and individual suffering.
Psychological needs are the most fundamental requirement for human survival. These includes basic necessities like food, water, air, shelter and sleep. Without these necessities, human survival itself is a daily struggle, making it impossible to focus on higher order needs.
The materialistic aspect of greed is closely linked with desire for material possessions, wealth, and pursuit of material gain. Individuals driven by materialistic greed never feel satisfied in their life and constantly seek to acquire more, often beyond their limits.
Let us explain the concept of need with an example. Imagine you are preparing for an important exam. You have physiological, psychological, and societal needs to perform well in your exam. As a student, you need nourishment to keep your energy levels up. You also have a crucial psychological need, which is motivation, and your societal need might be the support and resources provided by an educational institution. Meeting these needs can significantly impact your academic results.
Let us explain greed with an easy example. Teenagers show greater desire for materialistic things, but they don't want to work hard for the money for such goods. Teenagers are often exposed to peer pressure and expectations. They believe that having more materialistic possessions will make them more socially accepted.
Need is true requirement for something, whereas greed is when you go beyond desiring to acquiring it by any means. For example, amassing enough money for your late 50s is a need, whereas amassing money, wealth and properties for your future generations is greed.
Need and greed are the two aspects of human desire and behavior. Striking a balance between them is essential for creating a just, compassionate and sustainable world where the needs of all are fulfilled and pitfalls of greed are minimized. So, whenever you are buying something, ask yourself, is it a need or greed? Need is when you die without it, and greed is when you let the world die for it. Thank you.
Instruments are like time machines, transporting us to different eras and emotions with each note. I now welcome Bharat Soni of our class for an instrumental performance featuring tabla.
dance in your blood. Dance when you are perfectly free. So let's give a hand of applause to our dancers guided by Sanjay Hanser.
जिंदगी एक सफर है सुहाना, यहाँ कल क्या हो किसने जाना। जिंदगी एक सफर है सुहाना, यहाँ कल क्या हो किसने जाना। जिंदगी एक सफर है सुहाना, यहाँ कल क्या हो किसने जाना। अरे ओले ओले ओ, ओले ओले जाएगा ये जमाना, यहाँ कल क्या हो किसने जाना। जिंदगी एक सफर है सुहाना, यहाँ कल क्या हो किसने जाना। हमने वो दिन किसी मंजिल की फिक्र थी, जिंदगी जीने की उम्र थी दोस्ती और दोस्तों से